Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about assessing information needs. And the project I choose is a small IT company. It is in their initial stages. The company's goals are to upscale their information competences and organize the management in their technicians department. As an expert in analyzing and assessing information needs, I will be assisting the company to reaching their goals for the best and the most effective result in decision making. I will be using the Gustavo Alamy and Katz-Barrel methodology. The process of analyzing information is a cyclical stream of events that begins with the analysis and consideration of the needs in a specific industry. Then it follows with the collection of information from a secondary and primary sources, analyzing it and preparing a report for the decision makers who will use it, and provides a feedback and prepare the proper cell if applicable. So this is the general definition of access information. How we get the information from our sources, we analyze them, we collaborate them with our own stuff, and start using them for the company. So in order for me to check this small company, first I had an interview with the CEO. And throughout the assessment of needs makes it possible to determine the goals and the scope, the task of analyzing the information. During the meeting, I offered the CEO to think about the possible issues that might face the company within the 6 months to the 1 year. The future assumption is the most important consideration in the business development. The CEO or the decision maker for this situation, his name is Tahir Ari, and he's a graduate student with a bachelor degree in computer science. He's a startup owner and he just moved in the USA, and his company is so brand new. Based on the interview with the CEO, the major concern is the agreement between the management and employment. Accurate payroll, for the accurate payroll, because he's new in America, he doesn't know how much the exact payroll should be for his technicians, and due to the predicted business related travel, overtime, and expenses, the company lose tracks on the receipts and data. So because again he's new here, he doesn't have that much knowledge about how to track the expenses, the bills, and the time. And like one associate can ask for overtime and he didn't even record the time how much he really worked for him. Therefore the company issues the absence of the management software and undetermined the company's standard rate and the technician pay rate and overstated company expenses. So right now we have three decisions to make. One, some form of management software. Two, technicians pay rate. Three, cut extra expenses. And the factors that affecting this decision, as the CEO said, is flexibility, feature, cost, and support of the software, which is going to the management software which is trying to get. And in regards the most practical company and technicians rate, or the expenses and the technicians rate, is the profitability, expenses, room for adjustment, and market competitiveness. The taxonomy, initially there were small differences in the management software and the technician factors, but the factors were adjusted that accumulate both decisions due to their close familiarities. The CEO was asked to look through those factors and find similarities which could possibly be grouped into signal categories. So we make the categories out of all those factors, and we came up with three categories. First, flexibility, which includes capability, room for adjustment, and features. Second is capital, which is cost, profitability, and expenses. And the third is market competitiveness, which is room for adjustment. This method allowed us to narrow down the factors into three main information categories. After the main categories, we determine that it is important to rate the significance for each information categories. The rating system is 1 to 7. 1 is low, 7 is high. And the key of this is a small range indicates a low variance, wide range vice versa. High average score indicates a strong importance, and lower average indicates weaker importance. So because this company is so new, as you see, the capital average is higher than everything because the company is really worried about the cost, the profit, and the expenses because they're so new. They want to stay in the business. They want to make sure they're paying correct to their technicians. They don't pay over. They do not have waste expenses. The expenses are right. As a result, the company should start collecting and comparing standard rate and the business related data of other companies in the same industry. In our case, it's IT industry. Within this comparison, the company can determine the most relevant rate which can satisfy the profitability of the company and flexibility in adjusting their employees' pay rate based on their experience and skill set. So he doesn't need anymore to go up hire everyone for example $20. If they have less skill, less money. If they have higher skill, higher money. This data must electronically recorded, therefore the companies gather the information on the IT service software. The most upgraded software allows the companies to record the most of the business operations, such business expenses, billing, hours, and expenses, and any other stuff. The good software is Jira or ServiceNow. A lot of companies right now use it. From the experience assessing IT companies' information need, I improved my practical knowledge using the mentioned methods. The methods for the assessing information needs can be varied depending on the company size, years in business production, and goals. In my case, with this small company, it's so brand new. We successfully used the Gustavo Alumni and causal barrier methodology that recommend consideration future assumption rather than observing past and present business events. So this company, we really offered them to check with this other companies which is the same size or brand new, and even the customers which the customers they get if the same customers or the same project goes to the other companies and how they deal with. So the most important is they plan their future instead of just thinking about their past or their present. Thank you very much for listening, and here's the all assessing information needs.